Hello everyone, this is Krishna Gopal Sarma, lecturer, Mechanical Department of Pravin Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology. Today we will discuss about renewable energy technologies, which is a subject in 6th semester of Diploma Engineering. In today's session we will discuss about unit number 1, which is a solar thermal system. So let's start with its classification of solar thermal systems. Solar thermal energy is a form of energy and a technology harnessing solar energy to generate thermal energy or electrical energy for use in industry and in the residential and commercial sectors. Solar thermal collectors are classified by the United States Energy Information Administration as low, medium or high temperature collectors. Low temperature collectors are glazed or unglazed collectors, solar chimney, solar process heating system, evaporation ponds. Medium temperature collectors are solar water heater, solar dryer, cooking, distillation. High temperature collectors, concentrated solar thermal, concentrated solar power. Solar collectors. A solar thermal energy collector can be defined as an equipment in which solar energy is collected by absorbing radiation in an absorber and then it is transferred to a heat transport fluid, working fluid. Classification of solar collectors. Non-concentrating type solar collector. Example, flat plate collector. Concentrating type solar collector. Flat plate collector. Its construction. Flat plate collector consists of 5 major parts as mentioned below. A metallic plate, absorber plate. This flat plate is made of high thermal conductivity metals like copper, steel or aluminum. Thickness of this metallic plate ranges from 0.5 mm to 1 mm. The plate is usually coated with a high absorbance, low emittance layer. It has a black surface, tubes or channels. Number of tubes are provided at the bottom through which fluid like water flows. They are soldered to the absorber plate. Water flowing through these tubes take away heat from the absorber plate. Functions of this heater pipe are to lead the water in and out of the collector and to distribute the water to absorber tubes. Cover plate. Cover plate is a 5 mm thick transparent sheet made up of toughened glass or any other radiation transmitting material. Radiation losses are also reduced as the spectral transmittivity of glass is such that it is transparent to short wave radiation and nearly opaque to long wave thermal radiation emitted by interior collector, walls and absorbing plate. Insulator. An insulation made up of fiberglass having thickness 2.5 cm to 8 cm is provided at the bottom and on the sides of container in order to minimize heat loss through these sides and bottom of collector. Container. The casing surrounds the above mentioned components. In other words, the whole assembly is enclosed in a box known as container. It is used to protect the whole of the entire assembly from dirt, dust, moisture and any other material. This container is made up of metallic sheet or fiberglass. Working. The solar radiations falling on the top surface of the collector pass through the transparent glass and then impinge on the blackened absorber surface of plate having high absorptivity. A large portion of this energy is absorbed by the plate and thus the black plate gets heated. This absorbed heat is given to the cold water. The remaining part of the radiation absorbed in the absorber plate is lost by convection and re-radiation to the surrounding from the top surface and by conduction through the back of the edges. Water has high density and passes through the lowest level and the heated hot water which has low density is taken out from the top. The range of temperature of water at outlet of collector is 60 degrees Celsius to 100 degrees Celsius. This water can be used for domestic purposes. This is the symmetric diagram of the plate solar collector. Here you can see the condensate from the pump. The condensate goes through the absorber plate and they are separated. The steams go through the consumer and it is again goes through the pump. This is the assembly. Advantages are they are inexpensive to manufacture. They collect both beam and diffusion radiation. They have permanently fixed position. Disadvantages are there is loss of energy during sunshine period since the radiations are not always normal to the surface when there is no tracking system available. It has low collector efficiency. It is heavier in weight. Applications are it can use to heat fluids such as water, mixture of water and antifreeze additive or air, space heating and cooling, low temperature cycles for power generation. Performance indices of a solar collector. The performance of a solar collector is evaluated on the basis of performance indices explained below. Collector efficiency. Collector efficiency is defined as the ratio of energy actually absorbed, transferred to the heat transport fluid by the collector to the energy incident on the collector. Second, concentration ratio, that is CR, is defined as the ratio of the effective area of aperture of the system to the area of the absorber, that is receiver. Temperature range is defined as the range of temperature to which the heat transport fluid is heated up by the collector. Here you can see concentrating type is divided into three types: focus type, point focus and non-focus. In focus type there are cylindrical parabolic concentrator, fixed mirror solar concentrator, linear Fresnel lens collector. In point focus there are parabolic disc collector, hemispherical bowl mirror concentrator, circular Fresnel lens collector and central tower receiver. In non-focus there are modified flat plate collector, compound parabolic concentrating type. Parabolic collector or concentrator, their working are: the simplest concentrating system is the cylindrical parabolic collector. Cylindrical parabolic collector consists of a parabolic cylinder. The sun rays or solar radiations coming from a particular direction are collected over the parabolic surface and they are concentrated at the focus of parabola. But if the reflector is in the form of trough with parabolic cross section, then the solar radiation is focused along the line. The trough surface is generally silver or aluminum for high reflectivity. Parabolic shape of the collector helps in reflecting the incoming solar radiation to a focal point, thereby concentrating it. After the oil is heated by the passing through a series of troughs, it goes through a heat exchanger, giving its thermal energy to water for steam generation. The steam turbines are used for produce electricity. The aperture areas range from 1 to 6 meters square, where the length is more than the aperture width. In parabolic concentrated cylinder, high levels of concentration ratio ranging from 10 to 30 can be obtained. Due to this, temperature of water at outlet is comparatively more than flat plate collector and can be used to drive steam turbine. This is the symmetrical diagram of the parabolic collector or concentrator. Solar towers. To collect large amount of heat energy at one point, the central receiver concept is followed. Solar towers use large number of heliostats which are spread over a large area. Solar radiation is reflected from a field of heliostat to a centrally located receiver on a tower. Each heliostat means an array of large number of mirrors. The word heliostat is derived from two Greek words, that is helios meaning the sun and the stat meaning stationary. This is the schematic diagram of the solar tower, power generation using solar tower. The sun rays falls on the heliostat, and this is mirror adjusted to the cylindrical receiver which receives the rays to its, and it passes through the hot salt storage, and that is passes through the steam generator which again pass it to the turbine, and generator rotates, but the turbine also gives the condenser to the steam generator which is again goes through the cold salt storage, and it is given to the cylindrical receiver. This is the comparison between non-concentrating collector and concentrating type collector. Their points of comparisons are absorber area. The absorber area for non-concentrating is larger as compared to concentrating collector, and concentrating collector area is smaller. Their capital cost, non-concentrating collector capital cost is less, and concentrating type collectors capital cost is more. Temperature obtained, non-concentrating obtains up to 100 degrees Celsius, but concentrating obtains up to 3000 degrees Celsius. Maintenance, obviously non-concentrating maintenance will be easy, and the maintenance of concentrating type collector will be difficult. Maintenance cost, non-concentrating less and concentrating will be more. That's all in today's session. Thank you all.